The Fame of Salem by Spencer Lowe. Men during the Second War of Independence, or the War of 1812, had three choices: continue to trade normally and risk the British seizing traded goods, wait at home and watch their savings dwindle, or become a privateer. Many chose what they thought was the lesser of the three evils and became privateers. Thus, 25 Salem-born sea captains bought a fishing schooner, named her the Fame, and began to outfit her as a privateer. Privateering is the legal version of being a pirate. To become one, a captain needed to apply to the government for a letter of marque that allowed them to capture other ships on the high seas. However, there were a few guidelines. First, privateering was only legal during a declared war. Second, privateers needed to obtain a commission from their government, otherwise they were considered pirates and hung if captured. Third, privateers could only capture ships and cargoes which belonged to the country their nation was at war with. Finally, when a privateer captured a ship, he was not allowed to loot it. The prize needed to be sailed back to a friendly port where the privateers would go through a legal process to claim the captured vessel and eventually sell the ship and its cargo at auction. Privateering was a dangerous enterprise because the British Royal Navy made it their business to hunt down and destroy American privateers. Over half of the 43 privateers that sailed from Salem were captured or destroyed by the British blockade. Those who survived the war often made fortunes. Families such as the Cabots and Derbys earned huge profits from privateering. The Fame made the transition from schooner to privateer in a few short weeks. The crew outfitted the ship with 2 small cannon and extended the deck to 55 feet to allow up to 30 men to fit comfortably. The 25 men chose their captain, William Webb, and were granted a letter of marque July 1, 1812. The Fame then set sail eastward, and its privateering career had begun. It didn't take long for the Fame to hit jackpot. Within the first couple of days, she encountered the British ship Concord and the Scottish brig Elbe. These were the first captured vessels of the War of 1812 by any American privateer, and were taken without a shot being fired. Fame was back in port on July 9th with her prizes in tow. The Concord and Elbe were condemned as legitimate prizes and sold at auction. The net proceeds were $4,690.67, nearly 10 times what the Fame had originally cost. The Fame would make 11 more cruises before being wrecked in the Bay of Fundy in 1814. As the war went on, shares in the Fame were bought and sold. She sailed under 8 different captains up and down the New England coast. In 1812, the United States was militarily weak, especially compared to the military power of Britain. By the end of the war, privateering was virtually the only offensive weapon left for the U.S. American privateers captured 1,500 to 2,000 British vessels over the course of a 30-month war. These captures put a real strain on a floundering British economy and made the war very unpopular with British merchants. As a result, the war ended in 1814 on the basis of status quo antebellum. In other words, everything went back to the way it was before the war. However, the Royal Navy's blockade of the U.S. caused real economic hardship, especially for those located in New England, where fishing and shipping were so important. Every American was happy when the war came to an end. Although it had been a turbulent 2.5 years, they were proud of their young nation for standing up to the powerful Great Britain and surviving. As a result of the war, many of the leading families in Salem and Boston moved their money out of shipping and into manufacturing. They built mills in Lowell and Lawrence, began America's Industrial Revolution, and changed the face of the New England economy completely.
Today, the replica Fame gives interactive cruises, which includes cannon fire, live sailing, etc. Also, it educates the public about the War of 1812 and the role it played in determining the course of America. The War of 1812 changed the economic direction of our country, and with that, changed history.